Hey, what's going on, guys? Rome Gaming here, back in another video. Today's episode, I'm going to go over a small little weak aura that I found that should kind of help you identify Premonition for Oracle Priests. So if you're not sure what Premonition is, this is going to be the very top node in the Oracle tree. And the way it works is you kind of rotate between Insight, Piety, and Solace here. And there's actually a fourth charge of this called Clairvoyance, which is all three at once. And the issue that a lot of people are having right now is trying to figure out, or I guess trying to remember which icon or which symbol goes with each specific spell. So just for example, here we have Premonition. So the issue with this is on your action bars, it doesn't read out Premonition of Solace. So I know in my head, Premonition of Solace is going to be the big shield that goes out, but I don't know in my head that the blue is related to Premonition of Solace. So you have to kind of remember the color key, I guess, to what each specific spell is. You're having to remember 4 different spells within one button. So if we go back to the key here, Insight kind of relates to the red, Piety relates to the yellow, Solace the blue, and to be honest, I don't even know what color Clairvoyance is. Okay, yeah, so Clairvoyance is this bottom one here. It's this weird looking sort of yellow icon. This one's actually probably one of the easier ones to remember because it looks so different from the other 3, but the other 3 look so similar to each other, it's difficult to know which is which. So really what Blizzard should do is come in here and put some sort of icon that makes it very easy to identify one of these specific spells. So for example, Premonition of Solace should probably have some sort of shield icon, but that's not in the game right now. So we have to kind of figure out a way to work around this. Some people have it memorized already. If you do, great, but it's personally kind of frustrating in the middle of a big Mythic Plus dungeon trying to remember exactly which charge of Premonition I have available to me. So like all things, there has been a weak aura created for us that will handle this. So I will put the link to this tracker in the description of the video, and the import string can be found here, just like any other weak aura. You can just kind of copy it over, and what this will do is you just kind of look at the icon here. It's going to put different icons to tell you which is available, and it takes it a step further. It shows you what is active, and it also shows you your next charge of Premonition. So I personally do not like the text, so we will take a look in the video kind of how we can change some of this text so that you can, you might want to just come in here and call this first one Piety, or excuse me, this second one Piety, this first one Insight, this third one Solace, and then, for the Clairvoyance, you can change the name of that, whatever you want, whatever makes the most sense. So we'll take a look at how to do that. But this is the general idea of how this will look. So if you're not familiar with how to import a weak aura, all you do is just go to the link that's in the description of this video, press copy import string right here, then just go into your game, make sure you have the add-on weak aura installed, and then once that's installed, just hit enter. I might have to move this up actually. I'm not sure if I have an overlay. Let me check really quick. I don't think I do. Yeah, I don't. So just type in enter/WA like that. This will pop up. And then you can come in here and press this import button. Going too fast. There's an import button right here at the top center. You can press it, copy and paste your string in, and then import as copy. I think yours will just say import. Once it's imported, you will have all these different little bars here. And to get the bars to display like this, you might have to press the little plus sign. So once you get the weak aura installed, let's just go ahead and take a look at it. I have this off load. Let me change that really quick. Okay, so this is what it'll look like. So this is saying 3 spells CDR is next. So what this means is Insight is what is available to use. That's gonna, when you press Premonition, the Insight where you get the CDR, that's going to be the next one that's available to us. So just to confirm here, I can go down to Insight, and you can see that is in fact the next one that is available to me. So we know that portion's working. So now let's take a look at what happens when we actually press the button here. So I'm going to press it, and you can see that we have this glowing effect. This says you have 20 seconds left on your 3 charges of Premonition of Insight. And then we can also see it has queued up the next spell. So this next one's going to be Piety here. And this is the effect that will do a whole bunch of overhealing. Now, the problem that I have with this weak aura is it says overhealing, but when I come in here and I actually press Premonition of Piety, then it will say heal, heal, heal. And there's all this just sort of weird text over each spell that isn't consistent as you kind of loop through your spells here. So let's go ahead and go into our WeakAura settings and try to figure out how to change some of this text. So to do this, we're just going to go in and press enter, hit /WA, and make sure that your premonition here is expanded with the plus icon. And we can see we have all of these sort of different triggers here. The first one that I'm on is piety. And to be honest, the overhealing display text is totally fine with me. The problem is when it becomes active, it says heal, heal, heal. And I don't know. I just think that these two should be consistent. And I can already tell when one is active, right? Because we get the sort of glow around the icon. So I don't need the text to change. So just for the purposes of this video, I'm going to change this text here to say overhealing so that we're staying consistent throughout each spell, and press OK there. So now the warning between piety and piety active have the exact same text. So that's good. Then on insight, we have insight to tell us that's the next spell in the queue. It says 3 spell CDR. And then on insight, it says %S CDR. And I believe %S is some sort of variable. But for me, it was displaying 1 every time. Regardless, for me, I don't need that information. I just need to know that this is the CDR version of Premonition. So I'm just going to come in here. Let's just call it CDR for now. And then on this charge is CDR. So when it's in the queue, we're just going to call that CDR. And then we also have Solace here that says Shield DR. So I'm just going to take the DR out of it. Let's just call it Shield under both charges. So when it's in the queue and when it's active. Then the final one we have here is Clairvoyance. So when Clairvoyance becomes active, it will call Solace active, Piety active, and Insight active all at the same time. And the display text is CDR HPS Shield, which I guess is fine. So you can change that to whatever you want. I'm probably just going to leave it as this for now. And then down here under Clairvoyant CD, it says next CDR Heal Shield. I'm just going to take the next out of it. And that way it can be consistent through both. Okay, now let's quickly take a look at it and just kind of see how it works. So we can see it says shield. So I know the next premonition that I use will be the shield. So let's go ahead and use it. Now it says shield is active. And this is going to show what's next. So CDR here, heal and shield is the next one in the queue. So that's kind of why it's grayed out. We will get access to that in 16 seconds. And you see here 1 second left on the shield. Now I know my shield has fallen off. And then now we can see CDR, HPS, and shield, which is our clairvoyance, is now active and ready to use. So when we press this will call the other 3 triggers. So the CDR, the overheal, and the shield, it will trigger all 3 of those. And I guess just to keep everything consistent here, I'm just going to make the display text say heal. I understand that is overhealing technically, but just to make sure that everything is consistent throughout the entire WeakAura. And then, yeah, finally, we can see next we have CDR, which is Insight, that is now available to us. So, yeah, you just kind of go through that loop over and over again, and it kind of helps show what is currently active. And then one more thing to talk about here is on the CDR, you actually get 3 charges of your next 3 spells get reduced CDR, right? So let's take a look at that really quick. So let's go ahead and pop it. We can see it's active. Let me pop my Power Word Shield. So I got CDR, my Power Word Shield. Let me pop my Radiance. And then let's just do another Radiance. So that CDR portion stayed glowing until I went through all 3 spells. So the way that I like to think about that is while my Insight is glowing, I just know that the next spell that I cast will have that CDR applied to it. I personally don't really care how many charges there are of that left. You might. And if you do, I believe that you can put the %, I think it had %S in the display text. I think that will do something with the charges. I'm not 100% sure. I'm not a huge WeakAura guy. But if you do want to track charges, I do believe that you can track that with a %S variable there. Then another thing that I want to change is you can see here when you come down to these CD sections, like Insight, CD, Piety, Solace, CD, they all have this next text in front of it. And the idea of this is just trying to tell us, hey, when you get your next charge of Premonition, it's going to be the CDR one, right? So in this case, this would be Insight. In this case, it'd be Piety, so on and so forth. So I know that this is going to be the next one that's available to me because it's grayed out, right? And I know that I don't have any charges available of Premonition due to the fact that it's this gray color. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take the next out of all of these. And this might say overhealing for you if you've been following the video. I just changed this to heal only. And then Solace, I'm going to take the next out of that as well. And then I think just to stay consistent, heal was lowercase than the rest of them. Now you can see over here in our little tracker, it says heal with the countdown timer. It doesn't say next heal or anything like that. I know that this is next. I know that I have no charges due to the fact that this is gray. Yeah, let's quickly take a look at this one more time. So I know the heal portion of Premonition's ready, so I'm going to use it. Heal is active. Shield is next. I have one charge because it's not gray, so I'm going to use it. And then I know that my next is going to be the heal, shield, plus CDR through clairvoyance. Due to the fact that it's grayed out, that means I have no charges available. All right, guys, just wanted to sneak that last little portion in real quick. One more thing to show you here is if you go back in, you can press the top sort of node here. It says Premonition, and there is a place called Group Scale, and you can kind of size this up and down to whatever size you want. Okay, guys, that's going to be it for this video. I will add this weak art to all of my future guides. So this is probably just going to be like a one and done on this specific weak art, unless something changes, then I'll make an update video for that. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed it. Let me know in the comments if there's any other cool weak arts you guys want to see. Or if you saw me going through some of those settings and you think that there might be something cool that we could change within these specific settings here, that might be useful to somebody, let me know in the comments and I can always add that to the pinned comments of this video. So thank you guys for watching. We'll see you all in the next one.